Hey guys, let me tell you something. If you've ever thought about getting in this business, this crazy business that we call the mortgage business, if you've ever thought about doing loans, whether it was doing loans or processing, underwriting, if you have that kind of experience, you want to listen to this show. My name is Kevin Blair, and you have found your way to Mortgage Sense, a common sense approach to mortgages. Again, I'm Kevin Blair with Element Home Loans, and today I've got, and I've been thinking a lot about how I'm going to introduce this cat. About 7 years ago, and I can't believe it, Larry, it's been coming up on 7 years in November. But 7 years ago, a little over 7 years ago, I met this man, and it literally changed my life. And I mean that, and he knows I mean that. This is Larry Sutton. Larry is the divisional president of Element Home Loans and the founder of Element Home Loans, which we discussed this past weekend. It's been 17 years. And I'm gonna embarrass him just a little bit here. Larry graduated from college from Florida State University with an economics degree, got right into the mortgage business, has done nothing else except mortgage business. And as you can tell, he's not a young man. So he's been doing this just a little bit. Larry, how are you, sir?
Yeah, great. Good to be here.
Can you believe it's been 7 years? In November, it'll be 7 years.
Seems like it was yesterday at Outback Steakhouse. So,
and you remember that. What's funny is it was a 3.5-hour conversation at Outback. And I tell people this, when they have, they ask me how I found my way to Element, I was happy. I was with the company I was with. I've been with them for 7 years. I was making the Kool-Aid. I was selling the Kool-Aid, and I was happy. But somebody introduced, and I'm not going to give him credit, not right now. Somebody introduced me to Larry and said, "You know what? I know you're happy, but you really need to talk to this guy." And that's that's something that we ought to talk about, Larry, because a lot of people are happy where they are. A lot of people are not happy where they are, but they're scared to leave. They don't know if they really want to leave. I was that guy. And I sat down with Larry, and it was a 3.5-hour conversation. After a couple of conversations, and I found out real quick, with the character, with the integrity, the knowledge of the business of who I was going to work, and I've never looked back. Not only is this man a friend, my boss, but he leads our great company. Larry, how do you do it? Seriously, how do you do it?
Well, Kevin, you make it sound like it's so arduous. I'll tell you that just being around people that you appreciate and you like it's half the battle, if not more. And I mean that example of the Outback meeting is just, you can just tell when there's synergy. You can tell when you want to work with someone, and that's what recruiting's about. It's not pitching your best loan product or rate. It's about connections, and it's about picking the right people that work for the organization that you love so much, and that's what it is. So,
and another testament of that. All right, so you've got the company's 17 years old now, and you have, and I don't want to misquote this. I'm guessing probably 12 or 15 people that have been with you for that whole 17 years. Is that correct?
Probably so, if not, many have been, 15 years. So it's, there is a lot of good tenure in this organization, which I'm extremely proud of.
Oh, are you kidding me? I mean, especially in this business, because we see it. People come and go. In our office, we've had people come and go, and there's a steadiness. But it goes beyond the 17 years. You've got people that have been working with you for 25 years now plus, right?
Yeah, absolutely. At a former employer that many of us came from. So, yeah.
Like I said when I started this, if you're thinking about this business, whether you've done this business or not, if you're thinking about it, if you've ever had an inkling, call this man. I'm telling you, I can't say enough about, in fact, once a month, I reach out to all of our ops, anybody that touches our loans through the process, just to say thank you. And it's amazing the support that we have behind us. But I do have a question for you. Okay. And I don't prep. I like to ask
Nor
some
did I.
questions.
So
Yeah.
you're good.
I like to ask some questions. So I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Okay.
What do you think makes a great loan officer?
It's going to sound real simple. I think that not a lot has changed since I was a loan officer. And, technology's changed, systems have gotten better, the mortgage process has gotten more complicated for sure.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I will tell you that being aggressively available to your referral partners, internal and external partners, is half the battle.
Okay.
I used to return phone calls and I didn't know answers. But the fact that I was a voice on the other side of that phone telling my referrers that I don't know this, but I'm going to get you an answer faster than you would have gotten it had you called someone that actually knew. That went somewhere, and
Right.
and as you get more and more experience, you learn more. Then you can obviously answer all the questions, but I think that's half the battle. I also think that being receptive to information is important, being present. I think many loan officers, because we do have a lot of flexibility in this business, we have a lot of flexibility with our personal time, with our business time, and you've got to commit to investing in yourself and being present and getting as much knowledge as you can. And then Katie bar the door. I mean, this industry is wide open for people that aggressively tackle that. So.
It's what I've often said, and when I'm coaching, whether it's a realtor partner or a new loan officer or a new loan partner, what I love about this business is you don't tell me what I'm worth. Okay. You have not set a ceiling that I can only, in fact, what's been really nice about this whole situation in 25 years, because I'm in my 25th year doing this business, you have shown me ways to make more money. Everybody else that I have worked for, and there's only been 3 other companies that I've worked for in that time, they were always capping me. And when I got to a certain level, they cut. And then I get back to a certain level, then they would cut. You have done nothing over the last 7 years except teach me how to make even and be more successful. And you just don't see that in this business, which is why you've got people that have been with you 15, 18, 25 years.
Well, it just makes sense. I mean, your growth is my growth. I mean, I can't, your success is my success. I don't understand why there would be a cap. So that's always baffled me, but I've seen it before, to your point.
Oh, of course. So we've had this conversation several times, but I want to bring it up here. I think the average age of a loan officer now is 59 years old. Okay. Is that pretty accurate?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Okay. And we have talked a lot. If we're talking about recruiting now, because we've got a couple of young guns that have started in this business in the last couple of years. AJ down in Florida is killing it, and the man is working like crazy. Okay, he doesn't know any better. He just works.
That's why it works.
He just works. We've got this young gun up in Nashville. You know what, man? You talk about a bull in a china closet, but you know what? He just works.
Yeah, he works, and he's got connections, and he's working those, and he just doesn't know what failure means. He doesn't know what no means, and he won't accept it, and it just works out well. And it's interesting because some of these younger guys that are getting in the business are okay with not getting a loan every single day, but just making headway, because that's progress in their eyes, and it truly is. So
it's you take somebody that hadn't, we rode the refinance wave. Okay, we rode the implosion of this business, and I've often said I have doubled down each time that the industry has dipped. I've doubled down and got even better at what we do. But some of these young guys, the young women that are getting in this business, they don't know what a 2% or a 3% rate is. Okay. It doesn't matter. They're just taking what we have and presenting it
and selling it
and selling it. People are, Larry, come on. People are still buying homes and they're going to continue to buy homes.
Look,
Okay.
we sell money, and they don't have any barriers to that. So there is a lot of value in bringing some new energy into this business, and this is a fantastic business.
Oh my gosh. So why do you think, I know the answer, why do you think that it's harder to get somebody right out of college, or maybe not even college, maybe somebody in their early 30s? Why is it difficult to get somebody in this business to start? Why do you think that is?
I think that to our earlier conversation, it just requires a lot of tenacity. It requires, and that's not to say that these people coming out of college or recently out of a different sales atmosphere can't have tenacity, but oftentimes in sales, the rewards are kind of what you're looking for, either monetarily or recognition. Mm-hmm. And this business sometimes is a little slower to reap those benefits. But, you mentioned the gentleman in Nashville, the young guy. So we have a young guy in Nashville. He's just happy and excited when he connects and makes a connection and over a lunch, over a coffee. And that propels, into more things, but there's not always immediate gratification. And I think sometimes that can detour people and get them frustrated. But if they have patience and if they work hard, work ethic is going to prevail in this industry, bar none. I mean, it's going to work. Someone that's making contacts every day, taking referral partners for a coffee and explaining what we do is not going to zero out in their career. They're going to do well. So,
it's amazing because there's another lady, and I will not give her age because, number one, I'm afraid of her. Okay, but you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I can think of a few, so you're going to narrow it down.
Yeah, the tenacity, the 40 years that she's been in this business, okay, and still does what I call, and we heard something on one of our group calls the other day about grounding and pounding. I call it smiling and dialing, but the grind of this business. If this right here, sometimes it weighs 1,000 pounds. All right. And getting over that call reluctance is so key because there are people, and I'm not going to point any fingers, there are people that get lost in the shiny objects, thinking that this is the new silver bullet. There is no silver bullet in this business. It is about making contact and developing relationships. Larry, I got to tell you, and you can call him LJ. LJ, I got to tell you, what you have done, getting in this business, the time that you got in this business, the time that you started Element, that was a rough time. And pulling through it and building the company that you guys have built, and you've got two other partners, and what y'all have done. And I've always said, as long as my people above me are making money, I know I'm safe and secure. So what y'all have done, I applaud you. I thank you. And if there's anybody out there listening, I started this way. I'm going to end it this way. If there's anybody listening that you want information, you can contact me. But Larry, what's the best way to find you? And just a second, before we do that, what states are we really looking for people?
We are predominantly looking for people in the Southeast United States. So we'll start from the top down, and as far as north to south, and say, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, of course, Georgia, Florida, and we're making a huge effort in Texas right now. So, right. I mean, we're looking for good folks. So,
absolutely. Well, what's the best way to get into contact with you?
A good way to get me is my email, which is LSutton@elementhl.com. That's LSutton @elementhl.com. And you can always call my cell phone at 404-797-7717.
Fantastic. And guys, if you're in the Tennessee, North Georgia, or Alabama area, and you'd like to talk to me about hooking together with a great branch here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, my name is Kevin Blair. My website is kevinblairteam.com. My phone number is 423-488-8465. That's my personal phone number. If you'd like more information about me or about our company, go to my About page. It's right up here. You can click a link, fill out a short form. It'll come right to me, and I'll call you whether you want to buy a home or you want to talk to us about becoming a loan officer. If you like this kind of information, hit like, hit subscribe. And I'm going to say one more thing, and I'm man enough to say this. I mean it, and this guy knows it. Brother, I love you like a brother. I appreciate everything that you've done for me and my family. I appreciate everything that you've done for this company, and I can't think of working for a better man, and I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate being on the program today, and I feel the same.
You got it. Have a great day, sir.
Take care.